Yo, I'm Soilon, I'm 1445 5 level Soulfist. I play this class as main since of the beginning of the Lost Ark on Europe and NA, and this is my guide to Soulfist. Enjoy! Soulfists have two class engravings. One is called Robot Spirit and secondary is Overflow. I play Overflow. Overflow is main stat sweetness and secondary crit, when Robot Spirit is main stat spec and secondary crit. As you can see my IV level, I have two Demon Beast legendary sets from Valtan normal, two Orejas, and that's all. My engravings is Adrenal free, Grudge free, Kindred weapon free, and Christmas free, and an Energy Overflow 2 because I can't get necklace with class engraving right now, but later or sooner I'm gonna get it. Let's first talk about engravings. It's not Robust Spirit Guide because I don't play a lot this, I don't play never this class engraving, but I saw a lot of my friends Soulfist and they play this class engraving a lot and never deal more damage than me on Overflow. Later I'm gonna say that's why Overflow is better engraving for Soulfist. First of all, Adrenal free, it's your core, you need this on Overflow because this is gonna increase your crit rate. Grudge free, core engraving for every DPS class, you need this. Increase mass or cursor, depends what you get, what you need. You can use increase mass because it's cheaper and easier to get. This doesn't cost a lot, but you can always be wild and using cursor when your accessory gonna cost a lot. And Overflow, you can play Overflow level 1 and take, I don't know, Right Capitan level 2, Energy Overflow level 1. And let's talk about Kimbland. It's only engraving you can switch between Right Capitan and Spirit Absorption or Press Dagger. Yeah, it's only one engraving you can switch. But I like Kimbland because I get this massive damage if my party is War Dancer, Glaivier, Lancemaster or Gunslinger. Choose this class, increase your party crit rate by a lot, so that's make your Kimbland more useful engraving. Overall, if you gonna play this game more and we're gonna get Korean content and Brashaza with new relics, you're gonna play Adrenal free, Grudge free, Kimblood free, Increase Mass or Kurzol free, Energy Overflow 1 or free, and Try Capitan free. These are your core engravings you're gonna play, and I saw a lot of Soulfists with these engravings on websites with current players. Now gems. I have all my cooldown gems on level 7 because this is your core. You need this. I mean, you prioritize your cooldown gems. No damage, your cooldown gems. I'm gonna talk about this later, why I prioritize my cooldown gems. Energy release cooldown, flash step cooldown, force orb cooldown, Mercy Pummel cooldown, Shadow Breaker, Tempest Blast cooldown, card deck, Lost Cliff set, 2-piece awakening to get 7% crit rate more. What's that making me? My crit rate up, main stat sweetness of course because this is Overflow, secondary crit. Let's talk about tripods right now. Tripods. First of all, Bolting Crash. You can play Bolting Crash level 7, it's good. But I won level 10 because of this skill. Why I take this this tripod? Because on Valtan you have this ghost phase, and sometimes you can use your Bolting Crash, your counter skill, too fast and you miss counter. But with this tripod you never miss it if you cast this too fast. Because when you hit first hit you have another hit and free hit, and you can't, and every hit is counter, so you cast too fast Bolting Crash, but this tripod gonna save you a lot of times. I cast Bolting Crash too fast because stress and etc. My teammates from guild are sometimes laugh and I don't hear counter moments and etc. Heavy squash, simple. This is gonna increase your damage a lot. Flash step, excellent mobility. You want dash distance far. Victory shot is core tripod to your rotation to boost your first 3 skills. 2 skills. Tempest Blast, but we're gonna talk about it later. Shadow Breaker now. Predator, weak point detection, 6 stance. Force Orb, Quick Prey, Powerful Wave, Scattering Wave. Mercy, Puma, Hard Hitter, Cold Hitter, Double Up. And Energy Release. Quick Prey, Tenacity, Ready Attack. This is another skill you want to your rotation to increase your damage and make your rotation much more powerful. And now is Tempest Blast, Charge Enchantment, Acceleration and Demolition. Demolition. Sorry for my English. You can see my gems here. And why I want to talk about Tempest Blast. Here you can play 3 skills: Energy Blast, Crimping Barrier, or Tempest Blast. Now, why I choose Tempest Blast? Because on our content you need weak points, Valtan first phase. This help a lot to your teammates. Exactly on hard mode, because this armor is hard to break, even with destruction bombs and corrosive bomb. Energy Blast is good. Tenacity, weak point, and first strike. Ferrari strike. Deals simple damage like Tempest Blast, but this skill is a mid-high stagger. If you want stagger the boss more times, you want this skill. If you want a weak point, you want this skill. This skill got buff in last patch we got, so it's playable and deals simple damage to Tempest Blast. Now, Creeping Barrier. Let's talk about this. I pretty don't like the skill, because when this skill deals simple damage, this Creeping Barrier decreases your damage by a lot. I mean overall damage. 5 minutes fight, this is gonna decrease your damage by 10 to 20, 40% damage because of this. But Creeping Barrier is the most of safe skill. By this you can spam this a lot, and this have paralysis immunity. You can play Quick Prey, Tenacity and Disperse Attack, or Quick Prey, Weak Point Detection, Disperse Attack. This skill gonna deal less damage than others, but is much safer. You don't need to cast this. You can always use your space to run, dash I mean. When you disactivate, you can't always jump away with your space, but this is gonna deal you more damage. That's simple. Let's go now to Trixion. I'm gonna show you my skill rotation and why. Let's talk now about Robust Spirit and Overflow. Why I don't like Robust Spirit, and I think this Robust Spirit engraving is just trolling. First of all, Overflow don't need to hit your awaking. What is Dimension Ray? Robo Spirit play this Dragon Ball big. And now Robos play around his awaking. To deal same damage as Overflow, you need first hit your awaking, and next this awaking need to crit. To deal same damage as Overflow with spamming skills, don't using awaking, just pick. That's why I don't do this RNG class engraving. Because of the suck. You have a lot of RNG in this game. Why you need more? But it's fun. Sometimes if this awakening crit, you're gonna hype, because with this crit you can deal massive damage. But you miss, you don't have damage. That's simple. That's why I don't like Robo Spirit. Now, when Robo Spirits have only one hype, level 3, when active, Overflow have 3 hypes. Level 1, that suck, you don't use it. Level 2 hype, when you staying on this. And level 3 hype, when you're using this sometimes to cast your awakening. Now I'm gonna show you my rotation. And this is by little simple. Let's go hype 2. Quick dash 3 times. Vaulting crash. Energy release, hands. And energy blast. Another steps, pick. Another energy release. That's simple. Let's now check my damage. I don't know. 1 minute damage. Let's go for it. And that is your damage 1 minute without level 3 hype. It's not a lot, but let me show your damage by 1 minute with level 3 hype now. You don't using the level 3 hype every time. You won't stay on level 2 hype because this is gonna increase your damage massively. After level 3 hype you have this regeneration, this 15 seconds, this is a lot, 15, sorry for my English again. This is too long, you don't have this cooldown reduce buff, damage buff, attack speed buff, etc. But after 3 to level 2 hypes, you can go level 3 hype to cast your awakening skills. As you can see, more damage with level 3 hype. But now you have this fucking big cooldown on your hype. That suck. But this decrease your cooldown on your awakening. That's why you won't cast your awakening always on level 3 hype. And now let's talk about relic set. What I'm gonna get. First I want to get my salvation 2 set, because 2 set bonus give a lot, your damage multiplies to fuse, and this is gonna make yours safer, because this, if you HP below 13%, you're stuck gone, but you're gonna get cooldown reduction on your movement skills and stand up skills and reset, and for 8 seconds our incoming damage from monsters and bosses is decreased. This is my 2 sets, this and this, but my main relic set gonna be the minion. What's playing for dancers and other spam skills classes. 2 set bonus decrease your damage by awakening, but also decrease your cooldown on your awakening and make your awakening skill usage +1. And now, when you're using your awakening skill, you can inner awakening for 2 minutes. Awakening is a buff. What's cooldown of your holy skin expects awakening skill and movement skills is decreased, and skill damage is buffed by 10% on 2 minutes. 4 set bonus cooldown on your awakening gone, but you still have this skill usage +1, but your buff is bigger. And 6 set bonus, still awakening skill usage +1, but here cooldown massively decrease, 50%, and damage to fuse 15 for 2 minutes. Why I gonna go for 6 set bonus? Because this 15% is multiplicative like Grudge, and this is gonna buff your damage a lot. And now let's, like you see, this is a lot, this almost 3 minutes on your awaken level 2 hype. That's so you don't have your buff for 1 minute on the minion relic set. But what you gonna do is take on the start of the battle, before battle, awakening here, cast your awakening, switch this to your grudge and energy of flow, or others what you calling, and you have this awakening under 2 minutes. And when this go down and this 2 minutes go, you go level 3 hype and cast your awakening again, like you're gonna see, it's under 2 minutes. So you have 4 minutes with your buff. This make your a lot. This relic set is great for Overflow build. And overall this gonna make your class strong as the top tier DPS. I don't have tier list because in this game tier list is stupidly bad, because every class increase something. This relic have more stagger, I don't know, wardens are giving you crit rate, you want this, zerker is burst damage on igniter, you want this, you have bard with healing, you have paladin with small shields but big damage reduction for all party, and this massively damage buff, and other classes. that's why I'm gonna go in the minion set relic after I'm gonna get this piece. But first I'm gonna get 2 pieces of salvation next for the minion, and when we gonna get Vicas I'm gonna go full the minion to get this multiplicative, because you can't craft right now the minion on 6 piece because this you need materials from Vicas. Now I'm gonna show you Deskaluda fight on my Soulfist with random group. And I can't show you a gameplay on Voltan because my computer is bad. I can't record this because I need the higher FPS I can get to dodge mechanics and etc. Dodge simple attacks to carry my group. Because I get every MVP on every Voltan and every Argos, etc. What I'm doing right now, because Soulfist Overflow right now on my ilvl level, my sweetness count and my engravings is god tier. You can even beat berserkers whilst on higher ilvl level than you with this proper build. I prove this every time. Like today I beat Surge Deathblade in dim MVP screen. I got 15. No. In 4 people group with Surge Deathblade, who was higher IV level than me and have same count of engravings like me. So let's enjoy the Deskaluda fight, and thanks for watching, guys. And subscribe, like, and etc. I'm gonna make maybe more videos if you want. And again, sorry for my English. Here was Soylon. Bye.